This is the box that comes in. All the charging cables in here. These two are the accessories in that box. These are the remaining accessories. This is one also. Every accessory comes and locks into the magnet right here. Super easy. Put it in and it locks in like that. Take it out. It's very easy. Every single accessory is like that. Very easy to lock in. So now I'm gonna wet my hair, use the Dyson, and see how long it takes for my hair to dry. I'm going to be using this attachment to see how long it takes. It's also interesting how the plug kind of looks. It feels very nice and premium. Here it is. It is dry. A minute and 30 seconds basically. And I also got a lot more styling that I usually get with my regular blow dryer. So it's a definite success. I'm going to use the same settings, high speed and medium heat. Alright, so that was almost double the time. As you can see, my hair has, is a bit flatter. It doesn't have as much style, doesn't have as much volume as I got from the Dyson hair dryer. So I would say, yeah, and I could also feel the speed difference from my regular hair dryer. It isn't as fast, so that's probably why it didn't give me as much volume. And also there was just some pieces that was really tough to dry out. That's why it took a little bit longer in my bangs, whereas the Dyson really got that super quickly. So I would say the Dyson really wins by all the metrics. So now we can test the wind speed and also the sound level of every setting on the wind speed. Because when you turn it on, there's 3 settings as you can see here. But when you turn it off, you cannot adjust the settings. You can only adjust the settings when you turn it on. This is lowest fan speed. This is the highest fan speed. This is the highest fan speed. This thing is almost coming off. This is not a super scientific way, but I will measure the kind of temperature and how fast this heats up with this thermometer. I will start at the highest speed but the lowest heat setting. 1 heat. This is about as hot as it gets. Now this is the second heat. That's about as hot as it gets. I'll do the maximum heat now. That's about as hot as it gets, and it gets really hot. So I'm going to turn on the cold setting and see how fast it cools this. That was pretty fast. That took about around 10 seconds. That is about as low as it gets. And also another thing, you can put on all the accessories while it is going. It is harder, but you can do it. Not to mention, you can take off the bottom and kind of clean this and wash it and whatever you need to do with this thing, lock it back in place. So I want to go over some questions some people have had about this blow dryer. And can the Dyson be bought from the United States but work in Europe? No, you would need a power adapter because all Dysons bought in the USA will come with this power plug, so you need an adapter for Europe. Is this compatible with a 220 volt output power source? No, you can only use this with a 120 power source. How loud is this hair dryer? I can demonstrate the sound. This is the lowest fan speed, medium fan speed, and loudest fan speed. Plus the attachments in the product picture come with the product, and yes, it comes with 5 attachments. These are the 3 and these are the rest. Can you give me the product dimensions? And yes, the top side is around 10 inches. The top is around 3 inches thick. The handle is around 1 inch thick, and the body is around 4 inches thick. The cord itself is around 8 feet. How does this compare to a T3 hair dryer? This is significantly superior because it dries the hair much faster because of the fan speed being much higher than the other one. Why is one product model more expensive than the other one? It could be that the product page you're looking for is a completely different Dyson product because sometimes they do include them in the same listing. So this one is the Supersonic one. I know the other one that is a bit more expensive is the Air Wrap Dyson product. So just keep in mind what kind of product you're looking at. Is this just a regular hair dryer on the cold setting? No, this has more technology inside that kind of reduces static and ions and reduces frizz and makes your hair a lot more shiny and smooth. It's the material ceramic, and as you can see is a pretty smooth, kind of not shiny finish, which I like. So yeah, I think it is kind of resembling ceramic. Is this the cordless hair dryer? And no, this is the corded one because it comes with a cable that is not detachable at the end. This cord is around 8 feet long, so you do have a lot of room to work with. I want to go over why I think this is superior than a lot of the hair blow dryers in the market. First of all, just being overall what you want it to do, which is to dry your hair faster. I tested this. This dried my hair in around like 1 minute and 30 seconds, while my traditional regular hair dryer dried it around almost twice the time, which is around like 2 minutes and 50 seconds on my longer review. Not to mention, this increases smoothness by 75% and shine by 130% compared to a lot of the competitors. Decreases fizz and fly away by 61%. It is lightweight, it is easy to control, not to mention the weight is very evenly balanced within the whole product, so it feels nice to hold, even though this is one of the lightest hair dryers on the market. Because the weight is distributed, it feels even lighter than it seems. And if you pair this with the app, it has smart personalized features that it kind of determines what the best settings for your hair is. So that's really good for someone who doesn't really know what to do. It is also designed to protect your hair from hair damage because it has a special protector inside the blow dryer to kind of restrict the heat to not go above 212 Fahrenheit, which is the point where the hair starts to burn and could be potentially dangerous with a lot of other hair dryers. Not to mention, it comes with a lot of accessories that can accommodate different hair types, different hairstyles that you want to go for, kind of different blowouts. So this is really and especially the design, because of how easy they are to kind of pop in the accessories. It never really feels like work when you have a Dyson product because it's so easy to put on and it's so easy to take off. It almost feels like, a toy, but in the best way possible. Not to mention, because of this and because of the airflow that it has a really high velocity jet airs coming out. So whatever style you want, this will help you achieve it a lot faster and a lot more likely because of the kind of heat and speed settings that this has. Not to mention, this is all made out of super durable material, made out of nickel, copper, titanium, and glass. All those can withstand high temperatures and impacts because we all know this is gonna get banged up. And if you want a hairdryer that lasts, you're not gonna have to buy it every few years. You get this and it will last you decades to come if you take care of it. Not to mention, because it is backed by Dyson, they have an excellent customer service kind of support team. So even if something does break, you have the 2-year warranty to get everything replaced, which is a crazy value in my opinion.